Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about Carl's Bronco. We are in this beautiful space at Cascadia Collection where Carl's Bronco is for sale in Enumclaw, Washington. So let's get into it. This was a complete build that we finished about a year ago and debuted at Good Guys in Puyallup. It rides on a Kinser chassis. It's got a Coyote with a 10-speed. The overall theme of the car, I feel like, just really hit right on this thing. The wheels, the stance, the uncut look. I think the color is actually perfect. It's not a period correct color. It's something that Carl had just liked, but that with the off-white top and color matched wheels in the off-white, it all came together really, really nice. I think it's just super clean and tidy. The dog dish hubcaps with the polished barrels. Yeah, this one's one of my favorite. I'm actually kind of bummed that it's being sold, so I hope you can enjoy it and we can kind of go over all the highlights. I think the white in the grill is perfect with the trim around the outsides is really, really nice. But what ultimately stands out a lot about this Bronco is how it drives, how it feels going down the road. And that is, of course, greatly thanks to the Kinser chassis. So this is their, I believe it's their Adventure chassis. It's got the Fox coilovers. It's a full linked straight axle chassis with all the proper caster camber. Everything is just set up really good from them. And they also set up the motor mounts, the tranny mounts, everything. So when we got this package, this thing was super complete and it's been done many times, which just kind of helps aid the process of how we go through things and making sure everything's going to work out really nice. Under the hood was just meant to be sanitary and functional. So there's a lot of components to fit under here. These engines are inherently wide, so we did have to modify the inner fender on this side and a little bit on that side for the steering, just to accommodate for some of that width. But all the ECU, aluminum radiator with brushless fan, all the good stuff to just, like I said, make this thing function really well. The Hydro Boost delivers really good stopping power. It's got our Gen 4 Coyote engine cover adapters to just dress up the top of the engine a little bit. It's also got some of our line clamps. A lot of the attention to detail that we take on some of the super high-end like SEMA builds and just simplified a little bit to be a little bit more functional, but it all came together really nice. This is like a silly little detail, but this hardware, it's a stainless bolt, but it looks like the original bolt. And for some reason, I think it just looks right at home on a build like this. It's just all those little details from the shocks on the hood that make opening and closing the hood really nice without a big ugly prop rod, and just how all that stuff feels. I will say on this Bronco, all the doors open and close really nice. Power steps is a really cool feature on this thing as well. It's pretty unassuming when you just look at it. The paint is really nice and it looks really good, but until you start to get into it and you really understand how much modernization has been done to this. Gosh, what? I'm trying to chew up all these big words right now. It's stupid. Yeah, you can see the power steps are a really cool touch. They definitely tuck like way up under the body really nice, which is cool. So you really don't see them. The interior is pretty stock, honestly, just clean. It's got Dakota digital gauges, it's got vintage air conditioning. You can see the twin stick Atlas shifters coming through for the transfer case. We'll actually tie the roll bar into the windshield frame directly. In my experience, just helps maintain a good door gap, especially if you're going to be taking the top off at any point. That's just a super common spot. Like we actually took the Blazer that we built. We had this car show and there was a skate park there, and like they flexed this thing out in the skate park, and we opened and closed the door and they closed perfect still, which I think has contributed to the roll bar and how much rigidity that adds to an otherwise flexible spot from the factory. It does have a back seat in it. It's also got this cool little like Bronco gusset cutout, just a little detail. I think the painted tailgate lettering, it works perfect on this thing. The whole exhaust system, the whole fuel system, everything is all stainless. Don't have to worry about it starting to corrode and look different over the years. That's all from Kinser too, actually. That was one really nice thing about this project, was how much work had been done ahead of time on the chassis. So it just really helped to expedite the project. I think this was about an 18-month build, start to finish. If you didn't know this, on these Broncos, they set them up from the factory so that you could run down the road with your tailgate down and still show your license plate. And we, of course, put one of our license plate frames on there. That's kind of a fun little detail. This is more on that roll bar, how far back it comes. We also, with that roll bar, adding the strength into the windshield frame, we're able to attach this 3-point seat belts right to the roll bar, which is nice. It gives it a little bit more safety and actually a solid point to connect to up high. Thinking back on it, we really didn't have to do a whole bunch of rust repair. I want to say we did some floor work, but other than that, this thing was actually super solid, which is always a benefit. We had the whole thing sandblasted, of course, and epoxy primed and seam sealed and cleaned it all up. It's got bed liner on the whole underside. The floor on the inside's been sound deadened. Kind of wish I could afford to buy it myself. It's got all Fox coilovers and steering stabilizer, sway bar, front sway bar. And another thing to kind of note about this is, and there's such a short wheelbase. Driving them is different than, I mean, naturally it's different than driving a long wheelbase car. You don't want to go too high with them because they just start to feel squirrely and just out of proportion. So in my opinion, this is about as high as you want to go with one of these Broncos to make them drive and still feel okay going down the road. So the fact that it is lifted like this with the 35s and it's uncut is a really cool combo. I think this is just the perfect ride height for this Bronco. Really pleased with how all that came together from Kinser.